One day on the calendar turns ordinary men into better versions of themselves. They feel clearer, kinder, and strangely decisive. The secret is not the meal. It is the state, gratitude. I used it as a high mental setting long before science learned to scan it. When gratitude leads, fear quiets, focus returns, and decisions get easier to keep. Tonight I will show you why Thanksgiving upgrades judgment and how to keep that upgrade every day. We will turn thanks into motion. 3 specific entries at dawn, 1 generous act by noon, a brief review at night. You will learn how gratitude reshapes interpretation, raises usable energy, and attracts opportunity. No mysticism, just leadership over attention tied to proofs you can count. If you are ready to make Thanksgiving your daily climate, we begin now. Why do men feel lighter, clearer, and more generous on Thanksgiving than on ordinary Thursdays? I asked that long before laboratories owned the language to answer it. I noticed the power of the mind quiet under a simple ritual, thankfulness named out loud. In that posture, doubt loses its seat and priorities line up like soldiers at drill. Your subconscious mind listens and begins returning reasons to move, not to moan. Gratitude does not deny problems. It decides their meaning. When I count gifts, my attention stops financing fear and starts financing purpose. Energy rises because the mind stops arguing with what is and asks, what can I build? Decisions feel cleaner because I'm no longer bargaining with resentment. Opportunities appear because I finally have the voltage to notice them. Ask yourself now, why does one holiday upgrade your judgment so quickly? Family, memory, and reflection combine into a brief, disciplined mindset. You trade comparison for appreciation, and comparison was the thief of your courage. In that window, even old worries look solvable because you are solvable. Hold that thought. I will show you how I framed gratitude as a high mental state and used it to win. I called gratitude a high mental state because it raises a man above small weather. When I hold it, the power of the mind stops scavenging for danger and begins surveying for duty. My subconscious mind, hearing thanks with feeling, relaxes its alarms and releases ideas. Clarity returns because attention is no longer rented to resentment. From that altitude, the next useful step is easy to see and easier to take. I observe a reliable chain: gratitude, then clarity, clarity, then action, action, then opportunity. Gratitude is the primer that lets purpose ignite instead of sputter. It turns why me into what now, and the day becomes negotiable again. Problems remain, but they shrink to fit inside a plan. Men confuse luck with this. I did too, until I measured it. Here is how I practiced it in my own ledger. At dawn, I listed 3 specifics I could thank, not general poetry. Then I asked one question: how will I serve because of these, not in spite of these? By noon, I posted proofs tied to those gifts: calls, pages, favors rendered. Gratitude gave me calm. Calm gave me leverage. Leverage gave me results. Thanksgiving stacks 3 forces at once: emotion, belonging, and reflection. Emotion warms attention. Belonging quiets threat. Reflection organizes memory into meaning. The power of the mind, under those conditions, stops scanning for enemies and starts scanning for value. Your subconscious mind, relieved of constant alarm, returns creative associations on schedule. In that brief truce, decisions feel lighter and courage feels ordinary. Anxiety falls because the body reads safety in familiar faces and calm rituals. Fear loosens its grip when gratitude names what cannot be taken away. Indecision fades as priorities resort: people first, service next, noise last. That hierarchy reveals the next action that actually matters. You call it holiday spirit. I call it a reproducible mental environment. Here is the secret hiding in plain sight. The day doesn't change, your state does. Reduce input, raise appreciation, share meaning, then choose one generous action. That sequence turns static into signal and fatigue into usable fuel. Hold it past the table, and you hold it past the storm. Now let me show you why modern science keeps agreeing with what I measured by ledger. I did not own a laboratory, I owned a ledger. But what I measured in life, modern instruments now describe. When gratitude leads, the thinking center of the mind steadies, choices get cleaner. Motivation circuits light because you're counting gain, not loss. Stress chemistry eases, and with it, the noise that drowns good ideas. This matters because clear judgment is a biological event, not just a slogan. The power of the mind cannot plan while sirens blare. Thankfulness lowers the siren so strategy can be heard. Your subconscious mind, freed from constant threat, recombines memories into solutions. Often the answer you needed was already stored. Gratitude simply made it accessible. Do not turn this into mysticism. Think of gratitude as a switch that reroutes energy from panic to purpose. Flip it, and attention returns to what you can serve and control. From there, one practical move appears, call, right, repair, ship. Repeat this sequence and watch calm begin to fund your momentum. Gratitude alters 4 levers at once: interpretation, energy, decision, and response. Interpretation first, the same fact becomes different when I ask, what does this make possible? Energy next, attention stops leaking into complaint and returns to construction. Decision follows, options sort themselves by usefulness, not by noise. Then the world responds because I finally give it something specific to answer. A problem seen through thanks turns into inventory, skills, allies, lessons already paid for. The power of the mind loves inventory. It builds from what is on the shelf. Your subconscious mind starts recombining assets you forgot you owned. A rejection becomes market research. A delay becomes rehearsal time. The day is the same, your leverage is not. Try this frame on the spot. Write the difficulty in one line, then add which enables me to, and finish the sentence. List 3 actions that use that enablement before noon. Call, create, or repair. Record the smallest win at night to teach your nerves that progress is normal. Repeat for 7 days and watch reality begin to mirror your gratitude. Thanksgiving works because it inserts a pause, invites reflection, and resets priorities. In that pause, the power of the mind stops sprinting and starts seeing. Reflection gathers scattered wins and lessons into a single, usable story. Priorities return to service over noise, people over panic, purpose over pace. Your subconscious mind hears the order: calm first, then construction. You can build this portal any day. Reduce input for 1 hour, assemble 2 or 3 people you value, and share one true thing. Write the meaning you took from the day, not just the events. Choose one generous act you will complete before noon tomorrow. That sequence recreates the same inner climate without waiting for a calendar. Thanksgiving is not a holiday. It is a habit of attention. Run it weekly, and you will notice decisions feel lighter and timing kinder. Opportunities do not multiply. Your awareness of them does. Keep the ritual short, sincere, and tied to action so it pays its own rent. Now let me guide you through a brief practice to anchor this state for good. Close your eyes for 30 seconds and breathe slow. Name one person you are grateful for. See their face, hear their voice. Say thank you in a sentence only they would recognize. Feel how the power of the mind steadies when appreciation is specific. Your subconscious mind stores this as safety and releases energy to serve. Now recall one moment that warmed your life this year. Walk back into it, the room, the light, the words exchanged. Ask, what did this teach me to give more of tomorrow? Write one act you will complete before noon that carries that lesson forward. Gratitude becomes motion at the moment it chooses a beneficiary. Finally, pick one hardship that quietly made you stronger. Name the skill, boundary, or wisdom it forced you to grow. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 6 twice, while saying, thank you for the strength. List one way you will use that strength to help someone today. This is Thanksgiving as a daily engine. Thanks, meaning, action on schedule. Gratitude without movement is a pleasant mood. Gratitude with movement is a machine. When I say thank you, I immediately ask, who will benefit from this gratitude before noon? The power of the mind converts emotion into fuel the moment it sees a target. Your subconscious mind learns that appreciation equals assignment. That link is where prosperity begins to compound. Here is my cycle. Decide with clarity, act with energy, maintain with consistency. 3 steps tied to one beneficiary. Clarity picks the person or problem I will serve. Energy completes a single proof. Consistency repeats it daily. Results return because the world recognizes useful patterns. Gratitude stays hot because it is spent, not stored. Run it tomorrow. Choose one ally, one client, or one family member. Ask, what can I deliver by noon that improves their day in measurable ways? Make the call, write the page, send the introduction, log it in ink. Do this for 7 mornings and watch confidence follow your generosity. Gratitude is not softness. It is shield and spear. When I think on purpose, comparison loses oxygen and fear loses volume. The power of the mind cannot serve two masters, envy and appreciation. I choose appreciation, and my subconscious mind stops scanning for threats and starts scanning for chances. From that stance, criticism stings less and clarity lasts longer. Negative mental attitude thrives on what's missing. PMA feeds on what's usable. Gratitude tilts the scale toward PMA by default. I ask, what do I already have that advances today's proof? The answer is usually a skill uncounted, a contact uncalled, or a note unwritten. Armor, you see, is focus that deflects noise and directs effort. Use this whenever the mind spirals. Write 3 assets you can deploy in the next hour: names, tools, or truths. Name 1 shielded action, a step that serves despite mood, judgment, or delay. Log it before noon, and the spiral loses its spin. Gratitude kept is calm. Gratitude spent is courage. I keep 3 simple practices that make gratitude a daily engine, not a holiday guest. First, a mini journal at dawn, 3 specific thanks, 1 hidden opportunity inside today's problem, and 1 generous act due before noon. The power of the mind respects lists it must answer. Your subconscious mind will start delivering methods that match your entries. This takes 3 minutes and funds the whole day with direction. Small, specific, scheduled. That is how gratitude earns its keep. Second, active gratitude in hard moments. When stress spikes, I write the event in 1 line and add, which enables me to. I finish the sentence with a concrete advantage or lesson I can use within hours. Then I pick 1 proof I can post by noon that spins that advantage. This converts pain into instruction and instruction into momentum. Third, future gratitude, what I think in advance. At night, I read my purpose and speak thanks for the result as if present. Numbers, names, deadline. I picture the scenes briefly, then choose tomorrow's first proof to honor that picture. Auto-suggestion ties gratitude to identity. Identity ties action to schedule. Keep these 3 for 30 days and Thanksgiving becomes your daily climate. Gratitude is a state you can schedule, not a mood you wait for. Run the sequence. 3 specifics at dawn, 1 generous act by noon, 1 honest review at night. Let the power of the mind learn that appreciation equals assignment. Your subconscious mind will start returning methods because you finally gave it work, not wishes. Keep the ritual short, sincere, and tied to service. Tell me who benefits from your thanks tomorrow morning. What problem will you turn into inventory and ship by noon? Which strength did hardship grow that you will use today? Write it, do it, log it, repeat. Thanksgiving is 1 day. Gratitude can be your identity. If this shifted your posture, stay with me. Subscribe, activate notifications, and keep your mini journal where your eyes can't miss it. Next episode, we will bind gratitude to ambition through the mastermind principle. Bring 2 names, you'll leave with a plan to multiply your power.